I'm Isabelle and I have just finished the FLIP program, the Flexible Language Immersion program with Acicis this semester.
And my name's India and I've just finished 2 semesters of the Flexible Language Immersion program with Acicis here in Jogja. I chose to undertake the FLIP program, or Flexible Language Immersion program with Acicis because I am studying Indonesian studies at home, and I thought this would be a really great way to deepen my language skills. I thought my degree would be a little bit unfinished if I didn't spend a significant amount of time here in Indonesia practicing the language in its real life context.
Acicis is really good in terms of following up with email even before we arrive in country. I think I have maybe 20 emails worth of chain emails with Acicis, just asking them a billion questions, whether it was about bringing certain things I needed to into the country, paperwork, subject changes, because I wasn't super organized. I hadn't planned to do an exchange program. This was something I actually decided to do only a couple of months before applying to Acicis, but Acicis was really good with helping me come up with strategies to fit it in, to make sure all of my credits counted. And there's just, I think, so many little ways in which if a problem comes up on this trip, I've been able to go to the Acicis office on campus and get help, whether it be with subjects and administrative stuff back home, or certain things in terms of organizing my classes here, or even just working out problems with my accommodation or bills. I've been very lucky to feel so supported by Acicis.
Like Isabelle said, Acicis has been there with us for every step of the way, from application process. I think something really useful that they did for us was providing each student with an individual buddy who was a local student who helped us find accommodation and just kind of get our lives set up in Indonesia. I think that was a really helpful step from Acicis. So as part of the FLIP program, I've undertaken classes at INCOLS, which is Gadjah Mada University's special faculty, especially designed for foreigners learning Indonesian as a second language. So that's been really great because I've been able to meet lots of really diverse people from all around the world who've all come together to learn Indonesian together. Apart from that, I've also taken regular classes taught at Gadjah Mada University. So these have been a really great way to immerse myself in the Indonesian education system. I've definitely been studying in a really different way to how I do in Australia. It's a lot to get used to, a different style of university. But that is half of the learning that you do, is immersing yourself in this new culture while also learning the content of whichever classes you choose to take. And then in addition to that, another component of the FLIP program is undertaking an internship. This is optional, but it's been a really great complement to my studies here. I've done 2 internships in my 2 semesters here. One was at Mitra Wacana, which is this really great NGO that works to provide information to women about their rights. And then the second was at Rumah Impian, or the Dream House Indonesia, which works with at-risk street children to provide them an education and somewhere to live.
I think in terms of skills in an academic context that I've got from Acicis, it kind of sounds a bit weird, but I think learning to talk with different people and with maybe people where English is a second language, and because I'm quite interested in geography and politics and studying topics related to Southeast Asia, I think this has actually been a really useful skill. And a lot of the collaborative and teamwork projects that you get the opportunity to do, both in language classes and even just in class discussions in your immersion subjects, I think give us as exchange students from Acicis a really good opportunity to develop kind of, I guess, better communication skills that I think I'll be able to use back at home and then with jobs afterwards. My most memorable, or one of my most enjoyable experiences at the University of Gadjah Mada was actually just the opportunity to attend quite a few conferences and talks related to topics that I'm really interested in. Like, there's so many doors that kind of just open for you to kind of just tag along and go to things. There was one I went to, and it was the first one I ever went to in Indonesian, so I was very impressed with myself that I was able to follow along with quite a bit of it. Was about kind of climate change and the green economy in Indonesia, and it was just one of the coolest experiences I've had, in the sense that I was able to follow along and understand it, and it was just a really niche and interesting topic that I have been curious about for a long time. So I think that was definitely one of the coolest experiences I've had on campus. What about you? What would you say the coolest experience you've had on campus is?
I think one of my most memorable experiences from university here was a class I did about teaching Indonesian as a foreign language. And I was actually the only foreigner in that class. And for our final assignment, we had to do a presentation in front of the class. And it was completely in Indonesian. The whole class was taught completely in Indonesian. And that was something I was really nervous for because I was the only person in that room who didn't speak Indonesian as a first language. And I was there presenting in front of all these Indonesians in Indonesian. But once I had finished, it was something I was really proud of. And I looked back and I thought, I actually spoke really well. And yeah, I was able to grow my confidence throughout that semester enough so that I was able to present in Indonesian in front of Indonesians. So that was quite a memorable moment.
I'm terrified that this won't sound genuine enough, but I genuinely mean it. Like, I'm not saying this just as like you guys should study at Acicis. Like, I have had such a good experience studying here, and if I could do it over 2, 3, 4, 10 times, I would. Like, seriously, when I first heard about the program and people came to speak to our class about it, I didn't really think about it. It's so easy to kind of get caught up in the day-to-day kind of life and expectations of Melbourne. But like, if you can take any advice from me or were to listen to anything I say, is just apply and look into the program and talk to Acicis either about the short-term program or, in my opinion, what is the best one, which is the semester-long programs, because it's been such an incredible experience. Like, I don't think I have done anything like this before, and I don't think I'll have the opportunity to again. And yeah, it's just, I really, really genuinely mean it when I say it's been such a special experience, and I think you guys should do it too.